Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith of the Black Strat Time Report, and we're getting another beat down, so let's take a look at what's going on here in the SPY. So, we know we've been looking for that outside month. We got it yesterday afternoon, and then we had Netflix try and fall apart here. So, you can see on the monthly, that outside week, and then the follow through. So, the question here is your exhaustion risk. The question is like coming into next week, since it's Friday, how are you going to make this look good? How are you going to turn this around, right? So you either gap down and start to go outside weak, or come up and go inside weak, or go all the way and take that up. But you got some distance to do that. Obviously, earnings season, a lot more of that stuff's going to be coming out. But if you look at this on the SPY this morning, when everything starts tanking, a lot of things, all the charts are going to look pretty much the same. Like right in the opening when they started tanking, everything looked the same. And you'll hear me say this all the time, mind the flip, right? And that's that new 60. Well, yesterday, you might remember, I was talking about it right here. This inside 60 right here. I said either side of that, and look at this. Boom, all the way down. That was real nice. It happened to diamonds as well. But oftentimes, you'll hear me talk about time frame continuity. Saying, well, we want to line up the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. So the question is, how could you get long today, or why would you get long? So what's important to understand is that the higher the volatility, when the VIX starts climbing, the shorter time frames is as important as the longer time frames, because you're seeing the same amount of movement on an intraday chart as you are on a normal day or a normal week. All right, I'm just like last year on this stuff on the 60, this day or this 60, that would have been a day, if not a week, right? So that's why you can go down to that. It's called intraday time frame continuity, where you can break it down to the 60, 30s, 15s, 5s, all that kind of stuff. Because as everything started to tank, and they all look similar here this morning, then what do I say? Mind the flip, the new 60. You see this? As soon as this 60 changed, if you go down to 15, you'll see this. The 2-2 reversal on the 15. 2 down, 2 up. And then if you go to the 30, you'll see this. The 2-2 reversal on the 30. 2 down, 2 up, right on that flip, and boom, off she goes. And then the slight higher high, and then the 2 up, 2 down, 30 to get back short. You see that? Okay, so that's what you can use this. And a lot of stuff did that, right? A ton of stuff did that. And if you go to QQQ, and Q's similar. 2 down, boom, 2-2 reversal, 2 up, 2-2 reversal back down, right? So what we have now is a bunch of these inside 60s again, right? And so another thing that we look for here is when this starts rallying back, like so. Here's your 15er. There's your 15 reversal back there, rev strat, inside 15 up, and then boom, right back down. So when you start doing this, other things you can look for is anybody taking out yesterday's highs. Not a lot of things doing that. But then when you get that reversal to the back, to the downside, here, you start looking for anybody taking out the lows, right? Because what you're going to do there is you're going to stop out the bottom pickers, other things that aren't going higher, right? Because they got what they wanted. The market rallied back. So if you bought stock and the market rallied back for you, but your stock doesn't, as soon as you get this reversal and you're going to take out the lows, we're going to take you out, because we know where your stop is. Stop at the low of the day. That's what they tell them. You ever heard that one? Anyway, diamonds here, similar. 2 down, 2 up, boom, back down. And now, like a lot of things right now, we're watching all these inside 60s. Everybody's kind of freaked out here, but you got that inside 60 to keep an eye on, and it's a lot closer to taking out the lows. But we'll keep an eye on how everything's playing out. So a lot of this stuff, normally I have like dailies up showing you what's going on. In this environment, things will change, right, real quick. And that's why we're constantly watching the motion of the ocean. Who can take out some highs, who can take out some lows, and seeing who it is, and jamming people in wrong, bad positions. If you go to small cappers, not inside in the 60, but you can see here now doji on the day. So we'll see. This might be a back ender where we want to see how they want to position coming into the weekend on a lot of things. There's your 60, but if you go your 30, see the similar. 2 down, 2 up, boom, right back down. And on a Friday, you got those cheapo options. That's good. If you go to QQQ, when we talk about that intraday time frame continuity, not everybody's going to do this, but if you go to the lows, look at this. 2-2 reversal on the 5 minute. And then if you miss that, here's the continuation on the 5 minute. 2 up, two down, boom, these guys become an outside bar of that. Comes back in here, you got a nice 2-2 reversal there, inside fiver there, and the inside fiver calls the highs, right? But for right now, minding those 60s, and of course it was Netflix that really got them going here, but one of the good things about having like a short list of gappers, you only have 3 to keep an eye on, and if you go to Netflix, you'll see this. The 2-2 reversal off the 30, a 2-1-2, down, inside, here. And that's above 387.56. Nice move. And then when that works, these guys become an outside bar of that, and then you got to defend over this thing, over 405.75. Nice move, because on that 60, you also got the inside 60 to do it, right? And then you just defend against that. So when it comes back into this, you're out, right? Potential rev strat to the downside if they want to repuke this thing, but some nice moves there if you're just watching the Netflix. And because of the environment last night, my nightly video was very short, just very few inside days. Cisco. So now you can see the difference in Cisco, right? If you tried to bottom pick Cisco against this, you're gone, right? And Cisco was an inside day yesterday, so that's why that was in the video. It's also inside weak to the downside and still puking, and so that's why you can keep an eye on this. We're constantly watching this because anybody who's trying to buy Cisco, they got what they wanted. The market rallied back. Cisco did not, right? And keeps puking, right? So we'll see how that goes. So still working, all right? We're trying to take these 60s to the downside. A lot of things in trouble here, folks. Wasn't too much on the upside, really, on Union Pac here for a minute, because here, when it takes out yesterday's highs, when the market's tanking, it's like anybody short this thing, they're gone, right? They're gone. They got what they wanted. The market's falling apart, and this thing goes up. Now it's starting to succumb to the ways of the market as we start to drift lower. It looks like Q's going towards the lows. We've talked about the energy trade on the long side, but you also got to know when things stall out, right? And so what we did know is we're red on the week. It was a 2 up, but most of the week we spent red on the week. So we knew that was at best a consolidation week, so you don't get trapped in there. Right now, like a lot of things, inside on the 60, right? So we'll see, if the market firms up. Right now, things staying a little heavy. Dow Jones Diamonds here going after the inside 60 to the downside. So looking for also we can get an outside month in the diamonds. So we got some more room on that thing, right? After the reversal on the week. The 2 up, 2 down reversal, still puking, so we'll see. We get more out of that. We also saw right at the shoot with a lot of these things, Chinese stocks, WB staying down, and now it comes back off that 60. We'll see. Nice reversal on the daily. 2 up, 2 down. We'll see if these things go or not. Still an inside month. We had JD come back down here. You can see, ooh, beautiful inside 60 right there. Back down, you can see that reversal on the daily. 2 up, 2 down, and so we can watch some of them China's. NTES here stays weak and just still coming down. That was a 2 up, came all the way back in on the daily, and then boom, coming back through previous range. Still an inside month. We'll see if we get that outside week. All right, market just kind of chopping around here on those 60s. And some of the big boys, when you have Netflix coming in, Amazon. And Amazon, boom, inside month to the downside, coming back through all these guys. Remember this stuff. Tried to rally, boom. Now you're coming after this stuff in here, right? So far so good. Amazon, like a lot of things, these inside 60s, we'll see if they give it up off that or not. If we go to Facebook took that 60 down a little bit, still inside that mother bar, which is the bar previous to an inside bar, still an inside month. So we'll see. It took the outside day, which means that buying that took out the highs here was rejected, still being rejected and coming down, right? So we'll see. If we go to PayPal took the 60 down, right? So when the market rallied back, PayPal didn't go very far, all right? So that's what you want to stay on. Still puking on the month, red, nice here. You can see this on the daily. The slight higher high shooter, that's a 2 up. Boom, 2-2 reversal, down she goes. If we go to Palo Alto, and Palo Alto, taking out last month's lows here. That's a 2-2 reversal on the month. Looks like it's still an inside week, so you might have some more puking to come and take this stuff out next week. Here they're making it hard on you to stay in on the short side, but you can see this here. 2 up, 2 down, boom, puker, right? And then similar to today, yesterday was 2 up, shooter, boom, down. We'll see if there's more to go in here. Like I said, a lot of these 60s getting stuck in here, so we want to see how those break. If we go to Coinbase, with Bitcoin getting pounded here, Coinbase inside on the 60, but you can see this here going into new lows, all right? Having a tough time. And there's your broadening formation, higher high and lower low. And continuing that monthly reversal, 2 up, 2 down, still good. And so oftentimes when you get a choppy range like this, more often than not, they'll test both sides, which they did. Took them up, took them down. We'll see. You can watch that with Bitcoin and all those kind of guys. We also had Sunpower. And Sunpower, you can see this, didn't barely budge when the market started to firm up, right? There was that monthly slight higher high, 2-2 reversal, still continuing after the choppy range. And here you're going to see this. The outside week by taking up both sides. The inside week, the 3-1, 2 down, boom, and down she goes. So we'll see what more comes of that. If we go to Domino's Pizza. And Domino's Pizza, we've known about this. Not totally getting killed, but you can see that. Took that 60 slightly up and then boom, right back into the basement because on the monthly, we know we have a 2 up, 2 down monthly reversal, and we were looking to take that out at least, which we did, because then you have that higher high. Now you got these lower lows. Question going to be weak enough to come after this stuff. Here's that broadening formation on a shorter time frame, the weekly. And you can see here, this outside bar, the lower low, the inside week back to the upside, and then boom, just like the monthly, 2-2 reversal on the week and coming back completely through the range. So that was real nice there. Shoppy, like I said, a lot of big boys. Takes the inside 60 to the downside, right? It's nice pummel in there after the last month's 2 up, 2 down reversal. Weekly, 2 up, 2 down reversal. Weekly, inside week, 2 up, boom, rev strat, boom. So a lot of things good happening, but right now we're getting jammed in mother bars and a lot of things. So I'm going to keep watching. That's why we're going to be playing this one minute by minute. I want to see who takes out the highs, who takes out the lows of the day, as the S&P and the Qs and all that kind of stuff try and get out of this stuff. All right, how do we get out of this range? All right, they're trying to take it down gingerly, but for right now, I'm going to keep watching who can take out the highs of the day, who's going after the lows of the day, because that's going to always put us against guys in losing positions, because we know that they're going to use stops that way, right? They're going to stop against the highs of the day if they're short. They're going to stop against the lows of the day if they're long, right? So as things go back and forth, that's what we're looking at. So we can go to Apple Big Boy. Always spooks them when Apple goes down. You can see Apple just went 2 up, 2 down on the 60, right? Also, once again, potential outside month, right? And that would be with the Dow Jones right there. So we can keep an eye on that because you can see this just starting to come down into here. SMH, some of these guys tried to rally back a little bit. Inside on the 60 right now, we know they've been the problem. They've been, yesterday that's what really got everything waterfalling. So we'll keep an eye on them as well. But as of right now, this is hour by hour basis. Who's going up, who's going down, and then when we get to the end of the day, you want to hold them over the weekend now, do you? We're going to find out. All right, hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith of the Black Strat Time Report.